It's the postseason. Let's go. Thank you for coming, Coach Jack and Deasia and Diona. We'll take an opening statement from Coach Jack, and then we'll take questions.
Yeah, what a fun game we played. The first quarter was like a lot of nerves going on, and we talked about the word dance. You know, we have been together since March, April, May, and it's just been so chaotic and so crazy. But the last couple of games, win the game, lose the game, I felt like something's been happening. We really have let our guards down and surrender to this whole process, and they started liking each other and even more, and having fun with each other. And as I told this team, and I've been around this game for 34 years, and I said, you guys are special. You guys really are special. You're really talented, you're smart, and they bought into it. And we just beat a good team. Kent State is the fourth in that really good conference we just came from. And we always struggled with Kent State. We always had good success, but always been a struggle. But they weren't going to be denied because they wanted to buy 40 more minutes. And I'm just so proud to be a part of this, to witness what's transpiring behind closed doors.
Thank you, Coach. If you'll raise your hand with questions, and we'll introduce yourself by your name and your media outlet, that would be great. Go ahead, Jesse.
Jesse Cook, Citrus TV. Diona, you had yet another double-double. You had your 10th rebound in the third quarter. What worked for you so well in the paint?
I was just locked in. I knew that I couldn't settle for jump shots. I mean, obviously I took the ones that I thought I could make, but I knew I couldn't settle for jump shots. They can't grow. So I was just like, okay, let's do some post moves today.
Thank you. Go ahead, Carl.
Coach Jack, Carlie Winter, Newhouse Sports Media Center. You said on Twitter, any postseason will help us continue our growth. So why was it important for you, if you guys didn't get into the NCAA tournament, to accept this WNIT bid and continue your season?
They've earned the right to play with each other because the lateness of what it took for us to really drop our shoulders and surrender into the whole process. I just thought that they deserved it, and they just worked so hard. And my coaches, we just stay diligent and try to force the action. That this is your sister, this is the foxhole that he put you through into. Just make the most of it. And I thought that this postseason, people can get an idea of what we really are building here. And today is an example of what we've been seeing a lot of in practice. And I tell you, I saw Deasia look a certain way before the game that I haven't seen her look that way since Buffalo. And I said, I don't know what's going to happen. I might have to sub her out early, or she getting ready to do what she do. And I just didn't think anybody on the court could stop her, and nobody on the court was better than her. And the neat thing about it, the players that was on her team played with her and played for her, and they realized that, like stretch, open opportunities, they took shots, and no one cared who got the credit. It started with Deasia coming to the game ready to go to war.
Tommy.
Tommy Slade, XCNY Central. This question's for you, Deasia. Not your best shooting performance in the NC State game in the ACC, and just like Coach Jack was talking about, what was different about tonight? What was leading up to this moment? What has maybe changed for you that led to this type of performance?
I can honestly say when I saw the name Kent State, it brought back a memory of being at Buffalo for the last 2 years and playing them for the last 3 years. And I mean, it's a different feeling. I mean, playing the MAC was a different feeling, and I just had to revert back to kind of who I was before coming here. I mean, it was an adjustment getting here, and just seeing the name and knowing where they came from and it's where I came from. It just, something clicked.
Jesse.
Jesse McWilliams, Spectrum News 1 here in Central New York. This one's for the two players. Diona, I'll start with you. Every postseason win is something that should be savored, but to know that you extend your season, just how special is it knowing that you get to spend another couple of days with this team, with Coach Jack, and continue to lay the building blocks of success here at Syracuse?
I just think it's real bittersweet. It's my last college season, so I feel like I'm just trying to take everything in. Yeah, that's really it. I mean, I'll be in my room, I'll be crying thinking about it because I'm about to be done playing college, but I feel like every day is like a blessing to be here and still be playing.
Megan.
Megan Curtis from the News House. Coach, Last time you guys faced Kent State, you guys knocked them out of the MAC tournament, and now you just knocked them out of the WNIT. So Coach Starkey was talking a little bit about your guys' relationship just in the conference in the past couple of years. How good is it to feel, you guys knocked him out of that big tournament, now this one? What type of feeling is it going into the second round?
A lot of respect for Coach, a lot of respect for his team. They're always going to be ready, but it's never about our opponent. And it just so happens to be against Kent State. It's always about how I grow these young people in those 40 minutes, how they've earned their opportunity to dance, how they got an opportunity to continue to play 40 more minutes with each other, for that mirror. And my focus is only on us, because it has to be about us, And, women's basketball, it's not a lot of respect, for what we do. It's not a lot of equitability, if you will, about what we do. And so I can't divide my attention to somebody else's team. I have to lock in, because I want them to feel that they're so important to me. If nobody else see them, nobody comes, no cameras show up. I want them to know that this crazy lady here that pushes them hard every day in practice loves them so much that I'm not going to waver for thinking about what I've done against another team. I want them to know they got my undivided attention. And I'll be the eagle for them, and maybe we get more eagles to come, and next thing you know, 31,000 is watching a women's basketball game here at the Dome. That's my goal.
James?
Hey, Coach. James with Syracuse.com. Obviously, the season's, far from over. But how special is it, especially in your first year, to know that, postseason wins are so hard to come by?
Very hard.
How special is it to get this one in your first season?
That's my husband. I haven't slept in a couple days, and he was sitting there. He's asking questions about certain things in the house, and when we're going to get this done for the deck. And I'm like, yes, that's a question. Okay, whatever you say, because my focus has been I just want this so desperately for them to really have a memory, and I want them to be able to want to come back. Like I have my teammate here, Karen Zajic, is here coming back to support me because we still get together after 30-something years. I want them to have such a fondness of this place and this camaraderie of this place that they're going to want to come back. And it always happens in postseason. This is where the fun begins, is right now. It's not everybody's playing right now. And so to get this win against anybody is really monumental. And our hope is that we keep on, squeezing the juice out of the orange for 5 more games, 1 game at a time.
Dominic?
Coach, Dominic from Noonan's Magician. One thing that I think a lot...
Even her alone. I mean, she didn't say that much. Go ahead.
Coach, one thing I guess speaking for the team here is obviously coming off the NC State loss, what did it take behind the scenes to have the buy-in from the players to bounce back as strong as you guys did today against Kent State?
That was on me. I really thought that, reflecting back on that game, I didn't know how to get myself ready to get them ready. I didn't know how to feel in that hotel room. I didn't know how to pull it together. That first thing, leadership is very important. And with the way we play has everything to do with leadership. And, I just ask guys, I said, if you can give me one more chance to really make this about them by being in control of the leadership role that I have, I just would be so appreciative. And, it still bothers me to this day that, I wish I could have had a moment to be. I've been there before. I've never been in that facility before. I've never been in ACC before, and I wish I could have snuck overnight and really had that moment to be there, so I could be a little bit more prepared for this young group that everyone, even the commentators of the game, counted us out and they're supposed to be saying good things about our conference, and they made us a joke, and I helped by not being more prepared. And so I'm so grateful that I had that experience, because now that we got this under our belt, I'll never take another second for granted. Not that I did, but I certainly wasn't ready.
James?
Deasia. The way you guys separated yourself in that second quarter, where you scored 13 points in that quarter, it seemed like there was something that kind of snapped for you, kind of your aggression, picked up. What kind of happened in that second quarter for you?
Knowing that they play with this type of aggression, it's a weird thing that they've always played with, and seeing how aggressive they were playing me, I mean, I just had to match it and then surpass it.
Tommy.
This one's for Coach. Kind of bouncing off of that, when it was 16-13, Kent State leading after that first quarter. Can you bring us into the huddle after the first quarter before things just exploded in the second?
It's nerves. You guys are nervous. We don't miss that many layups in anything. Contested, uncontested. We had uncontested layups. And we were just touching the backboard and not even leaning in. We were like everybody, it wasn't just one person. They were all missing layups. And I'm like, guys, this is another team. You're ready. It's almost like, they almost felt like they didn't deserve it, And I just I didn't get on them hard. I knew it was nerves. And we were trying to find a lineup that worked well for us. And, I thought that Asia came in, really calmed us down a little bit. And Georgia got popped in the mouth and kind of made us feel like it's time to go in. And but that first time is really mentally, like, we haven't done it since 2019, and you just got to go through that first, and we just calmed them down a little bit, and then yelling at them would have made it worse. So I didn't yell, right? Yeah.
She did yell at me. She said, "Stretch, if you don't get out, we're gonna sub you out."
All right.
That was a good impression.
All right. Well, can we keep some things in the family, please? Right. How many rebounds she get? Okay. You're welcome.
Going off of that, last time Syracuse played in the postseason beyond the ACC tournament, 2019, only a few members of that team still here. Deasia Hyman, one of them, who was injured during that stretch. Deasia, you've got one of the most recent experiences on the team with postseason play beyond conference tournaments. What's it like for you leading a team back in postseason play?
I mean, it means a lot, of course, to be able to have a postseason and it means a lot for me because I'm, in a situation to make a decision. So getting another opportunity to be with this team and this staff at this moment, it just means a lot.
Time for 2 more questions. Megan?
Coach, can you just speak to both Diasia's and Dariona's performances today, almost accounting for half the points for SU? Just can you speak to how proud, what you saw from them today that you like seeing?
Their story. You just got to know their story. Where Deasia came from, to get to this place here, to have just one person believe in her, and for her to just catapult herself into a position where she's projected in the top 10 in the draft. It's unimaginable, but it's possible. And we just leaned on the word hope with her, and she bought in, hook, line, and sinker. And to see her right now with this confidence and this surreal, I belong here moment is just, I take myself out of the game a little bit and just look at her like a mom would and just say, yo, you're doing that dang thing, man. I'm just so proud. And the Stretch story is even more intense because Stretch was looking for somebody just to believe in her, She was fighting so hard, and that's why those rebounds so passionate. Is anybody out there? Anybody see me? Anyone gonna just stay with me when I have these moments of human breakouts? And I said to Stretch, when the first time she had that issue out there, I just said, I don't care how crazy you might want to get, I'm never leaving you. I'm never leaving you. And this is an example of when you have somebody you really believe in, despite themselves sometimes, you don't give up on them, this can come into fruition. This is what every kid has a chance to become something special. Deasia stay, go. It's going to be another person that we have to kind of find and grow and immerse into something special because they came and because they changed, because they are who they are right now. Other kids saying, I can still be something special if I just find that right person to believe in me. And it's easy because they surrendered, and I hate that these young ladies have become like my kids, man, because I'm so proud of these young ladies on my left. You have no idea. So let's ask another question because we got another season. We got a long season, right?
Any final question? Who can follow that up? Jesse?
Well, moreover on that, all season, Coach, you've been talking about how this team is a family, but your family members outside of the team are all showing up to these games now. And Coach, your husband's been at press conferences. Deasia, and we've seen your family sporting your name, number, and your face on shirts all over the place.
My sister's wearing your face.
At this point in the season, quick for all three of you, what does it mean to see your family members showing up in these large numbers?
Why y'all look at me?
Yeah.
I stay kind of far away. I stay like 22 hours away. But my mom, she done came to some home games. She came to some away games. So, I don't know. It's just kind of special to me to have my mom come because, like, it's just me and my mom. So, yeah, I love that lady. Like, she come to anything. She makes sure she come to everything, have my back regardless. And I feel like, you know, I'm on her only child. So she do it.
For me, I come from, you know, a small city. And the way I grew up, I've always been told, or I've always heard that it takes a village to raise a child. And I've always had a village, rather it's been my parents and grandparents and my siblings, and then my parents' siblings, and then their kids, and you know, how the family grows. So it's just always been a village, and I just appreciate them.
I've been coaching for a long time, and I've been 22 years away from this place, and to have my family this close, and the Leonard Strong, I tell you, they're pretty special, and they're pretty loud and pretty apologetic, and they're like, I'm like, please, Mr. Terrence, act up so they won't notice my family. The Asian father, go to the other end, let them chase you around, because my family acting crazy. You get noticed, they won't notice my family. So it's awesome. It's our family versus their team. And the more we grow this thing through family, the better it's going to feel, and it's going to be magical. I want to just congratulate Adrian Autry on this opportunity to be our head men's basketball coach, and how he's going to grow up with his family, and our family is one. Those have been our brothers for a long time, and having him be the helm of our men's basketball program, it's going to be on and popping. Get ready for it. Thank you guys for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you guys very much.
Thanks. Can we please refill the soda? Please refill the soda.